I am Miss Hill, and I'm here to say, let's open up book and read today. Books are hip, they're cool, books will help you in school. If you read with me, here's what we'll do. I find reading fun with you. Hi, I'm Miss Hill, and I'm here to say, let's read together every day.
Roses Are Red, Grandma's Memory Song. Written by Charmaine Gonsalves. Illustrated by Cameron Wilson. Will she know I'm her little munchkin? Viola sighed, hugging her stuffed puppy tight. She stood in front of the mirror wearing the green dress Grandma loved. Her heart was beating like a tiny drum in her chest. Today was a special day. It was the first time Viola was going to visit Grandma in her new home, a place where kind nurses helped take care of her now. Viola's mind felt like a whirlwind of thoughts. What if Grandma doesn't remember me? She wondered aloud, hugging her puppy even tighter. Viola remembered all the fun she used to have with Grandma. Grandma had taught her so many things: how to twirl around the kitchen while dancing the waltz, how to chase away the blues by singing silly songs, and how to spot the tiny red hummingbirds that visited Grandma's garden. Viola also learned the names of faraway places like Beijing, Berlin, and Copenhagen. It was Grandma who taught her about beautiful flowers, bougainvillea with bright pink blooms that tickled her nose, and alamanda with sunny yellow petals that made Grandma smile. But lately, Grandma had changed. She didn't talk as much, she didn't laugh as much, and quite often her eyes looked far, far away. Grandma now lives in a care facility where nurses help look after her. They give her baths, comb her hair, and dress her in her favorite pink nightgown. Some days Grandma would forget things, where she left her glasses, what she had for lunch, or that her new home was the care facility. She would ask lots of questions, sometimes over and over. What's your name? What day is it today? Do you know where my home is? Grandma has a medical condition called Alzheimer's. It is like her mind has gone for a long walk. Sometimes it wanders far, and sometimes it finds its way home. Whenever they take Grandma for a drive, she has a funny habit. She would count every red car she saw. 1 red car, 2 red cars, 3 red cars. Wowza, wowza, wowza! One day Grandma counted 1,928 red cars. Viola would burst into giggles. That's more red cars than in the whole world, Grandma. As Viola made her way to Grandma's new home, she clutched her stuffed puppy and remembered something her mom had said. Sometimes a favorite song can light up Grandma's memories. Viola was starting to feel hopeful. She remembered how Grandma always said, "You're my little rose, as beautiful and bright as the flowers in my garden." Viola smiled at the memory. Even if Grandma didn't remember much now, Viola knew that flowers always seemed to make Grandma happy. When they arrived, Grandma was sitting by the window, looking outside. Viola ran to her, her heart doing somersaults and cartwheels. "Grandma, we're here," Viola announced. Grandma turned and looked at her. She gazed at Viola from head to toe, her face a little confused. "And who are you, little one?" Grandma asked in a soft, unsure voice. Viola's heart felt like it stopped. She swallowed hard, trying not to let the lump in her throat grow too big. She had hoped the green dress would make Grandma smile. There was a sadness in Viola's voice. "I'm Viola, Grandma," she whispered. "I'm your little munchkin." But Grandma only looked at her with a puzzled frown. Viola glanced at her mom, then back at Grandma. She squeezed her puppy tight. Then Viola remembered what her mom had said. Singing Grandma's favorite song might help her remember. A small spark of hope flickered in Viola's heart. She took a deep breath and began to sing. Roses are red, my love, violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, my love, but not as sweet as you. As the last note floated in the air, something magical happened. Grandma's face softened. Her eyes sparkled with recognition. A faint smile crept across her lips, and her fingers began to tap gently to the rhythm of the song. "Viola, my dear granddaughter," Grandma said, her voice clear and full of love. Viola could hear the warmth in her voice, the same voice she had always known. Grandma looked at Viola with a bright smile. "What a beautiful green dress you're wearing," she said with a twinkle in her eyes. "Can you do a little dance for me?" Viola's heart soared with happiness. She spun and twirled, her laughter filling the room. "I love you, Grandma," she called out as she danced and twirled in circles. Grandma joined in, singing another song. "I love you, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Viola finished it with, "And then some more." Viola giggled. That was their special song. Even though Grandma sometimes forgot things, Viola knew that her love would never fade. Grandma loved her little munchkin, and that was that. As it grew late, Viola knew it was time for Grandma to go to bed. She gently pulled the blanket up to Grandma's chin and kissed her forehead. "Good night, Grandma. I love you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then some more." "I love you too, my little munchkin," Grandma said, her eyes drifting into sleep as she held Viola's hand in hers. That night, as Viola curled up in her bed, she closed her eyes and imagined Grandma's laughter, her voice singing, and the warmth of her hugs. Viola felt Grandma's love all around her, like a cozy blanket. Viola drifted into a peaceful sleep. She knew that no matter where Grandma's memories wandered, maybe to Beijing, maybe to Berlin, or perhaps Copenhagen, their love would always bloom in their hearts like the brightest rose in Grandma's garden. And that rose, Viola knew, would never fade. The end.
It's random acts of kindness time. It's random acts of kindness time.
For today's random act of kindness, make sure everyone in a conversation feels included. This will make everyone feel so special, and it'll make you feel great too. Try it. People come in different sizes, different colors, shapes, and names. Although we're different on the outside, inside we are just the same. Press the subscribe button to tune in for the next story time with Miss Hill. Thanks for joining me for today's Read Aloud. Remember, what makes us all different makes us special. You are so special and so loved. Thanks for joining in, and I'll see you next time.